Hello, hello, hello. We are back with another live. So yeah, guys, we're doing another live. It's been a while. I know it has been a while. I decided to do another live because tomorrow is Stranger Things, guys. Finally, we've been waiting 3 years, and we're finally here tomorrow. So yeah, you got Jim, Tim, and then yeah, what's up, guys? So yeah, we'll be just talking about some final predictions. I already have some topics up on the line, but yeah, you guys can say your final predictions too in the chat if you guys want to. I don't mind at all. And yeah, I agree. Tomorrow will be the greatest day. I 100% agree. I don't deny the fact that will be. But yeah, hold on. So, but yeah, so guys, I'm gonna go over my final predictions. We're gonna talk about it. And yeah, so obviously, let me bring up the first thing just to make it quick and simple. When will Max wake up? Obviously, we know that she's in a coma, right? Obviously, in the trailer, she's in a coma most of the time in the trailers and the marketing. No, I don't think she'll wake up in Volume 1. I think in Volume 1, she's going to be in a coma for all of Volume 1. But I think in Volume 2, she's going to wake up. So I think I predicted Episode 6 is when she'll wake up. Yeah. Yeah, I think either Episode 5 or 6. I think that's my prediction right now. But yeah, I'm very excited for Max to wake up because obviously I know a lot of people love Max's character, especially in season 4. And yeah, so that's all I gotta really say about that. Okay, now let's talk about the Wheeler family real quick. The Wheeler family, the whole family in general. Obviously, you're gonna play a bigger role this season. Obviously, especially Holly and Karen, they're gonna play a big role this season. You see in the trailers that Holly and Karen are in very big danger because the Demogorgons are going after them. So my prediction is that I do think that Karen's gonna get injured pretty badly during that whole sequence, and I do think Ted is gonna be. I do think Ted is a goner. I definitely think Ted is a goner. I think he's the only Wheeler family that's 100% goner because there's no way he's gonna survive all that. But I think Ted dies, Karen gets injured, and I think Holly's gonna vanish. That's my predictions right now. My final predictions for those three right there. Now, when it comes to Nancy, because I do know there's a shot in the trailer where I think she comes in the Wheeler house with her shotgun because she probably found out that her mom and her little sister is in danger, right? So obviously she's gonna go after the Demogorgon that's attacking them. But I feel like it's gonna be too late for that because I think once she gets in the house, Holly's gonna be gone. She's gonna be vanished. And that's where we get the scene where she's crying in the washroom. We get that shot where she's just crying, right? In the washroom. I think that shot means that, obviously Holly vanished and now Karen is injured. And Ted is probably dead. So the thing that Vecna told her last season came true, basically. So yeah, that's all I gotta really say about that. I'm interested to see. I think episode 2 is the one episode I'm like really interested in how it's gonna go because apparently the opening scene of episode 2 is very crazy. That's what I'm hearing. So I'm excited. But yeah. Alright, next topic. Okay. Vecna, a hot take. But Vecna's a better villain than Terry Silver. Yeah, you could. I mean, it really depends. It does. I gotta think about that actually. I gotta think about that actually myself. But Vecna and Will connection. Now we do know that Will is gonna play a big role this season. And, obviously you got that first 5 minutes of the flashback where Will is in the Upside Down in 1983. And obviously Vecna was trying to use him as a spy, and it worked because season 2 happened. So I think in season 5, I know in season 5, uh, there's a shot in the trailer in season 5 where Vecna's like, William, you're gonna help me one last time. So there's gonna obviously there I do think Vecna is gonna possess Will, and Will's gonna team up with Vecna. That's my prediction right now, because obviously Vecna wants to use Will as a spy, so it makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited about this connection between Vecna and Will. It really doesn't. It's really intriguing. And then Vecna and 11 connection. Okay, so we do know that the Vecna and 11 are gonna have their fight. We obviously know they're gonna have their fight probably in Volume 2 or probably the finale, whatever. I mean, they could have multiple fights. You never know. It might not be only one fight. It could be 2 fights. But I'm excited to see these two going at it at some point, because obviously they're gonna be preparing. They're gonna be training for their fight. Now, I did hear people theorize that Vecna is gonna pull Darth Vader, where he's like, "I am your father." Like, if you guys remember that line from, I think it was Empire Strikes Back. Apparently, they said a lot of people are theorizing that Vecna is gonna pull that line on 11, which would be a crazy twist. I'm not gonna lie, it would be a crazy twist if we're being for real. But yeah, I'm very interested by these two, because last season they had their fight, but obviously it wasn't a final fight because Vecna was a lot more stronger last season. But this season, 11's gonna be a lot more prepared. She's gonna be training, so she can get better. So I'm really excited for Vecna 11. It's really interesting. I'm really interested to see their rivalry, their fight, and everything about it. Honestly, everything about these two, I'm excited to see. But yeah, okay. Upside down lore. Now, we did hear that we're gonna learn a lot more about the upside down. Now, I'm curious. When was it created? Why is it created? And where was it? Where was it? Like, how did it get created? Like, that's my 3 questions right now, because we don't know much about the upside down. Like, obviously we know it exists, but we don't know how it happened. Like, where did it all started from the beginning? So I'm very excited to see how that's gonna go, because I do think there might be. I do think one of the episodes are gonna explain. Now, my prediction is probably episode 7, which is actually titled The Bridge. I think episode 7 is going to fully explain, because that episode's called The Bridge. And obviously, it's the bridge of the upside down. That's what it's all about. So, I'm very excited for that whole lore, because I want to see more of this lore. I feel like we didn't really get much of it last season, so I'm really excited to see more of it. Yeah, I agree. What did Jim say? I know. Okay, I know Jake's live tomorrow will be awesome. Yeah, it will be awesome. It will be very awesome. Very awesome. But yeah, I'm very excited. Obviously, a lot of people are theorizing with that. Now, this one is a controversial one, because I know there's a lot of people that are like, "Oh, I don't want redeemable villains. Oh, I think we should get redeemable villains. No, we don't need that. No, we don't need this." I would say there's a 50-50 chance he could redeem, and then there's a chance that he might not redeem. Because when it comes to redeeming Vecna, obviously he was a human before that, right? He was Henry Creel. So if they do want to redeem him, sure, but you gotta really build it up. You can't just redeem him out of nowhere. You gotta really build it up. So, like, okay, he's gonna redeem himself. But if they want to keep him as a villain, like a pure evil villain, then sure, I don't mind at all. I mean, Vecna was probably the best villain in the show. I liked his backstory a lot. So yeah, this is a controversial topic, because a lot of people love Vecna as a villain. They don't want him to redeem, right? Obviously, you guys don't want redeemable villains all the time. Like, yeah, you can redeem him sometimes, but not all the time. So, like, for example, look at Billy. Look at Billy in season 3. He redeemed himself, right? And he was a villain. So obviously that's one villain, but you guys don't want them to repeat it several times. Like you could do it once or twice, but that's it. Don't do it multiple times. We're like, oh, redeem this person, redeem this person, redeem this person, redeem that person, this person. Like once or twice, I'm okay with it, but over that, no, I'm good. Keep them pure evil. Like my go on my profile picture, he was pure evil. He didn't redeem himself. You guys know what I'm talking about for my profile picture. Yeah, Underground, that's fine. If you don't think he's redeemable, that's fine. Because honestly, after watching the first 5 minutes, he's probably not gonna redeem. Because, bro, this dude literally, oh my god, bro, like this dude was, yeah. I mean, yeah, you don't have to listen. You don't have to redeem him. Like I'm okay if he stays pure evil. We do need pure evil villains at some point. Like my guy in my profile picture, he was pure evil. So yeah, don't redeem Vecna if you don't have to. If you want to keep him as a villain, I'm okay with that. But yeah, now the next topic we got. Now this is the last one, guys. I'll probably do more topics, or you guys can say your final prediction as well. But you saw the final, you saw the battle that him and 11 were in. Yeah, that was a really good fight, by the way. Um, death prediction. So if you guys have any death predictions, say in the comments right now. Go ahead. Just go ahead and say it. Go ahead. Obviously, here's the first one. Obviously, I think you said it, Jim Tim. Do you think Ted will die in Volume 1? Yes, I do think Ted is a goner in Volume 1. I say Episode 2. I think he's dead by Episode 2. I think he's gone. So yeah. If you guys have any more people, go ahead and say in the comments. These are death predictions. Say any character you want. I'm gonna answer it. Okay. 11. Will, Ted, Vecna, Steve. Okay. Let me say which one I could see and which one I might not see. Okay. 11. 100%. She's gone. Will. Will is a 50-50 for me. I think Will is a 50-50. Ted goner, Vecna goner. Steve is also 50-50 with me as well. I think both Will and Steve are 50-50 with me. Okay, I think Murray will die in episode 4. Yeah, I agree, Jim. I think I said this to Jake. I think he's dead in episode 4. I think episode 4 is when he's a goner. I don't think he's making out past volume. I don't think he's making past volume 2. Volume 1. Yeah, I think after volume 1 he's a goner. Is there any other characters you guys do see dying? Like you guys who else got in the show? I'm just thinking. Murray's one of my favorite. Yeah, Murray's a really good character. He's a really funny character as well. It would be sad to see him go, especially how funny he was in season 4. Yeah, Vecna is 100% dying. I don't see him surviving. That's the one character I don't see coming out. Obviously, I do think the Mind Flayer is gonna be a goner. The Demogorgons are gonna be goners. The Demo Dogs, because once 11 destroys Upside Down, those creatures are gone. They're not coming back. So all those creatures are dead. I don't think we're gonna see them after 11 destroys the Upside Down, or that's what we think it's gonna happen. Let me think. What about Jonathan? You guys see Jonathan dying? That's another character I always talk about potentially going out. I don't know if you guys think Jonathan dies? I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 with him too, because I feel like him and Steve, I think Jonathan and Steve are both tied for me, because either Steve dies and Jonathan lives, or Jonathan dies and Steve lives. That's how I see it. Yeah, his definitely a coin toss. I always go between him and Steve, because they're both characters that I'm kind of I don't know, because I don't want Steve to die and then Jonathan, because I want Steve to have his happy ending, but then at the same time, if Jonathan dies, Nancy might end up with Steve. And I don't. I love Steve and Nancy. Don't get me wrong, but I did read a tweet a couple hours ago that made a lot of sense to me. I kind of don't want Steve to get back with Nancy because I feel like Nancy and Steve both both moved on, especially after season 2. Obviously, I don't know why the writers made it seem like they still cared about each other in season 4. I don't know why the writers made it seem like they still liked each other in season 4. Like that's a big writing problem I have with season 4. Like that's one of my minor issues with season 4. But like they moved on. Steve and Nancy moved on. Steve is okay with Nancy being with Jonathan. Jonathan is happy being with Nancy. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. So yeah, you guys can talk about that because I don't know. Like I'm always like, and yeah, like you said, Steve does deserve a happy ending. I don't want him to go out like that. Like I want him to have a happy ending. You know, honestly, I want Dustin to have a happy ending. I don't want Dustin to die either because I know a lot of people think Dustin's gonna go out. I don't want him to die either. Lucas, no, I think he should be alive. Max should get a happy ending. Will should get a happy ending. Mike will probably get a happy ending. I think the only character on the main character list that is probably not gonna go make it out alive is 11. I think 11 is the only one on that list that I don't see making it out. Hold on. Give me one second, guys. You know what, guys? Maybe we should do the tier list for death predictions. I know I've done them before, but I think I want to do it again. I want to do it again. Hold on, let me find the tier list so we can do more discuss about this. Okay, hold on. Stranger Things season 5 death predictions. Did you hear? Did you hear? The Duffer Brothers tease a live action? Oh yeah, I didn't hear about that. I'm very intrigued by it. I'm very intrigued. All right, is this one? On this one. All right, guys, that's okay. I got the shirt screen. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Is there another tier list with all the characters? Because there's only a couple here. It doesn't even matter. Okay. So yeah, guys, let's do this. Okay. Hold on. Is there another one with the some of the other characters? Because I know there's more characters here. Like, where is the girl? The new character. Hold on. Let me find her real quick. There's the girl. You guys know what I'm talking about. Or you guys probably know what I'm talking about. Trying to find her. Hold on. Hold on. Trying to find her. Okay. The prediction. 19 characters. Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to find some of these characters, you know. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I can't even find the season 5 one. I'm trying to find the season 5. Hold on, guys. It's hard. No way it's hard to find. Hold on. Honestly, let's just do this one. It's fine. Let's do this one. Okay. 11. Rest in peace. I don't think she's gonna make this out of here. I think honestly, I don't want to say rest in peace yet because you never know, she could survive. But I'm gonna say very high chance. I'm actually gonna switch to very high chance. I think she's a very high chance. Will could go either way. Like I'm very 50-50 on Will's character. Like I'm very 50-50 with Will's character. I don't know why I'm so 50 with that one because he could die, but then at the same time he could live. Mike, not likely. Actually, definitely not. I don't think Mike is gonna die. I think he's good. Same with Dustin. I don't think, and same with Lucas. I don't think any of the three two are gonna die. Like I know a lot of people say like, "Oh, Lucas is gonna die." I don't think so. I actually don't think he's gonna die. Max, like, not likely. I think she's okay. Erica, definitely not. I think she out of it. Okay. Steve could go either way. Like I said, he's the one that could go either way. Nancy, not. I don't know. Nancy's kind of like Nancy is an interesting one because I don't think she's like could go either way like Steve, but I think I'll put her not likely. I think she's likely not to go out, die. Robin, Robin, not likely. I don't think she's gonna die either. I think these two are here, not likely at all. I think they're most likely to survive this whole thing. And then Karen, Karen's a very high chance. I mean, bro, from the trailer, she looks like she's in very danger. Holly, yeah, definitely not. I don't think Holly's gonna die. Yeah, that is true. A lot of people actually do say that. Um, Jonathan could go either way. Like I think, like I said, with these two, it could go either way. Vecna, rest in peace. Murray, rest in peace. I think these two are honors. Likely not. Definitely not. Uh, jo- I know I was talking to Jake about this a while ago how Joyce could die, but I thought about more. I actually don't think she's gonna die. I really thought about it more. I don't think she died. And then obviously I think same with Derek. I don't think Derek's gonna die either. So yeah, these are my people. I don't think I think definitely not Joyce, Hopper, and then these three right here, and then Derek, and then Holly and Erica. Not likely. Max, Nancy, and Robin. Could go either way. Will, Steve, Jonathan. Very high chance. 11. Karen. Rest in peace. Vecna, Murray. So yeah, these are characters that are definitely possible dying or not. So yeah. Oh, let me change. Is there a way I can change this background? Because I did notice the background's like, hold on. Hold on, let me see. Is there a way? Is there more here? Yeah, there is more. I like this background, but I kind of want to change it. Actually, hold on. I like this one more. Alright, there we go. Okay. But yeah, but yeah, guys, this is interesting. I now when it comes to some of the characters that are not on this list, I would put like the new character. I think her. I don't know what her character name is. I know Linda Hamilton is in this one. I think she's rest in peace. If she was on this list, I think she's rest in peace. And then most of the military soldiers, the side characters, I think they're also rest in peace because from what we've seen from the trailers, they're not making out in that scene. But yeah, I think that's everything I got with death predictions. But yeah, I guess we can just talk for a bit. I guess what do you guys want to talk about? It could be anything. I just want, um, it could be sharing things, mainly sharing things. But you guys can go ahead and say your thing. Uh, Zero, hold on. Oh yeah, I didn't do it yet. Hold on, where is it? 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 On this, okay. Okay. Episode 4 is gonna be insane. Yeah, I agree. Uh, get him a body bag. Yeah, hold on. Where is there? Explosion. Oh. No mercy. This is me when they killed off Quan for the plot. Yeah, that's me when they kill off Quan for the plot. What? Do you have plans to watch The Long Walk movie? It's one of my favorite movies. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard a lot of good. I heard a lot of people like that movie a lot. I might actually check it out. Actually, you don't show. It's open season on him and you. Where is it? Freeze, John, freeze! We got everyone here. Open your hands. Hands up, John. Hands up, John Priest. Hands up, John Priest. Ming Wang's performance was brilliant. Oh yeah, he is in that movie. I completely forgot. Yeah. This is a pre-Hellfire podcast. You know, it's just me, guys. Solo. It's sad, right? Why am I solo, man? Why? Like, you know, we could have had a great pre-Hellfire podcast with me, Doctor Strangeverse, and probably Corca Underground and everyone. But Jake, why? You know what, Jake? You know what? You know what? Just you know what? And where's the other one? Where's the other one for Jake? Yeah, Jake. Boo! Jake, boo! For not joining us. I hope you watch this part, Jake, of the live. I hope you see this on replay. Boo! Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake likes Slenderman. Boo! He likes Slenderman movie. Boo! Slenderman movie sucks, Jake. Why you like that? Um, I don't like Connor Day's character yet. Jim Day. I know. I was trolling. I was trolling Jake. I was just trolling. But if he does see this part, I don't know what he's gonna say after that. Also, boo for Jake because Stranger Things season 3 is peak. Boo. Like, come on, Jay. You gotta like season 3, bro. Season 3 is peak, bro. The mall vibes, bro. Jake. And Jake likes Slenderman, guys. He likes Slenderman. He told me a couple hours ago he rewatched it and he liked it more. He gave it a 10 out of 10. Boo for that. Boo. Mm. There's a chance the Long Walk could win an Oscar. Yeah, there's a chance. I didn't get to finish rewatch all the season, but we'll just watch the recaps. Yeah, you could watch the recaps. And also, Underground, what you said earlier about Connor Day's character, my response to Connor Day's character. And also, yeah, I'm laughing at him in such a terrible way because he's a terrible character. Yeah, I'm laughing at you, Connor. You're a terrible character. You're a terrible character. You want to be Robbie Keane. Yeah. Let's keep laughing at him. And then boom. Like, come on, bro. For real, bro. He was. Like, bro was trying to be Robbie Keane, buddy. At least Robbie Keane was able to compete in a world tournament. When did you compete in a world tournament? All he did is compete in his city, New York. Like, bro, are you serious? Robbie's about to surpass him, guys. He's gonna win multiple national world tournaments. Trust me, guys. Yeah, he's gonna win multiple national world tournaments. Every episode, he's gonna win. Let's go, Robbie Keane, the Karate King. I wish you got to see more. Yeah, that's why one of my only critique about part 3. One of my only pure critique about part 3. I know they had to send him away for the story, but I kind of wish we saw more of him because I actually like Yoon's character. As much as I'm a Kwon fan, which I will still always be a Kwon fan, I did like Yoon's character too because he's nice, he's respectful, especially to Tori. Like his friendship with Tori is underrated. So I'm very hoping in any of these any of the spin-offs, I'm hoping that he's in one of them because he deserves better. I think, me personally, I think the best spin-off for him, besides the Chosen Kim one, is the Robbie and Tori one because I actually do think maybe, just maybe, there could be a potential rivalry between Robbie and Yoon because let's not forget, besides Kwon, Yoon also fought Robbie in the Sakai Takai brawl, so that means something big. And I think Wolf, since Wolf is going to find out that Robbie's competing in these national tournaments, Wolf is going to be pissed off because that's Johnny's son that's competing in national tournaments. So Wolf wants to get back at Robbie, and then we could potentially see a sensei and student rivalry between Robbie and Wolf, and then Wolf recruits Yoon to fight Robbie at some point. That's my prediction. Robbie should. I agree, Jimson. I said this before. I love. Okay, and you brought it up. I love Miguel, but people keep saying, it started him ends with me. Yeah, but you need to give you that doesn't give. That's really nothing because you gotta really build him up to win it. You can't just give it to him in the last part just because it started with him and ends with him. You gotta build it up throughout part 1, part 2, part 3. But they didn't do that. And that's why I love Tori's character so much in season 6, because Tori actually deserves the win. Because they actually build up Tori winning since part 1. Like, you could tell. You can tell they build it up. See, I do agree with you, Jimson. What did you say? Terry Silver. Hold on, give me one sec, guys. Give me one sec. Alright, Terry Silver was always a potential in season 6. Yeah, I agree. I even said, I even did my, well, I haven't posted on here, but I did my Cobra Kai character endings, and Terry Silver was on. Hold on, I'll show it to you guys. Hold on. I'll show you the trailers. Hold on. Hold on. Give me one sec. I know this is a sharing thing stream, but we can talk about a little bit of Cobra Kai. I'm okay with that. I don't mind it. I still hold on, I gotta find it real quick. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta find the trailers. Alright, okay. Alright. I read your, I see your comment on it. I'm just gonna do something real quick. Hold on. I do see your comment now. Alright. Let me see, okay. Actually, I think I have to redo it, guys. Yeah, I have to redo it. Hold on. I have to redo it. Hold on. Let's do it together, actually, guys. Let's do it together. Hold on. Okay, let me see what Underground said real quick. I hope we get to see at least 2 tournament wins from Robbie and Torch because make up his loss for Cobra Kai, winning Sekai Tekai if one is ever around again. Yeah. Yeah, I agree on Underground. Hold on, I gotta do this real quick. Alright, can you guys see that? Alright, now you guys can see the characters. Okay, okay, so Daniel had a good ending. Kreese had a deceptive ending. Carmen had a dream ending. Silver, like someone said earlier, I think Silver deserved a better ending, me personally. I think he's the one villain that deserves a better ending. I didn't like his ending at all. He deserves a better ending. Chosen had a good ending. Kim had a good ending. Johnny had a dream ending. Carmen had a good ending. Oh, not Carmen. Amanda had a good ending. Miguel had a good ending. I'm gonna save Robbie for last. Tori had a dream ending. Sam had a good ending. Hawk had a good ending. Dimitri had a good ending. Devin had a good ending. Kenny had a good ending. And yeah, so yeah, these characters had a good ending, right? So you have these four with dream endings, these guys with good endings. Obviously, you got some of these guys with dream endings. I'm gonna put Hawk and Dimitri above them and Kenny because I feel like they didn't really do anything with them in part 3, but still they had a good ending. Um, but yeah, so they had a dream ending. All of them. I'll put Amanda beside Daniel, and then yeah, chose the kid. Okay. Now Axel deserves a better ending. I think Axel deserves a better ending. We can all agree that Axel deserves. Cause I'm gonna be honest. Axel's ending just didn't work for me because we see him stand up to Wolf, right? But then he doesn't come back out. We don't see him after that. So I think he deserves a better ending. I think Zara. I don't know. I feel like Zara. I said before that Zara had a subtle ending, but I mean, I guess you could say a subtle ending. I kind of do wish we saw a little bit more from her though, because I feel like she didn't really do much in part 3, fight, other than fight, fight, uh, other than fight Tori. Like she didn't really do much. So I kind of want to put her in deserve better ending. I kind of changed my mind on Zara. I still think she had a better ending a little bit than Silver. I think I'll put her above Silver and Axel, but I feel like she deserves a better ending because she didn't really do much. Wolf, I think Wolf is the only one in Iron Dragons that had an acceptable ending. Because he actually completed his character in season 6. You know, he was fighting Johnny, and then he respected Johnny, and that's a acceptable ending for me because we completed his character. Obviously, he's gonna come back, but you complete his character in the Cobra Kai show. Quan, you guys know my thoughts on Quan. They 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 ruined his ending. I'm playing him ruining the ending. I didn't like his ending at all. Robbie deserves a better ending too. I don't like Kwan's ending. They ruined his ending for me. Like I really thought about it. They completely ruined it. Honestly, I would even put Robbie on there too. I'm putting both Robbie and Kwan ruined their endings because what the heck are we doing, bro? They ruined Robbie and Kwan's ending, bro. I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, they ruined their endings. Like Robbie, Robbie. Let's start off with Robbie, right? You you give him, you give him the captain spot, right, in part 1, right? And I'm like, okay, they actually give him the captain spot. Maybe he might actually win this tournament and go crazy. But guess what he does after that, right? They made him unfocused for half of the tournament, right? In episode 9, he finally gets his moment against Quan, right? And then episode 10, they took that away because Quan got back into Sakataka, right? Which I guess I'm kind of okay with that, but at the same time, you basically took away Robbie's moment. Then in episode 13, which is part 3, they injure Robbie. They ruin his ending. I did not like his. Now, people might bring up the whole, but Quan, he got the career ending, the offer. Yeah, but it was forced. That whole career thing was mainly for Tori, and that's why I put Tori in Dream Ending, because that was mainly for her. If you actually pay attention to the show. So, yeah, they completely ruined my boy's ending. And then Quan, don't get me started with Quan. Do not get me started with Quan. I'm going to full on rant with Quan now because what the heck were the writers thinking? You build up this antagonist, right, in part 1. You build him up to be one of the best antagonists in the show, right? Now, I don't have a problem with Quan's fighting-wise because I actually am okay with the way Quan fights. But my issue with Quan is the way they portray the character. I think Brandon Lee nailed it, but the way the writers wrote his character by, going crazy and then having them kill him off was so stupid because I liked him as a villain. He was such a good villain. He was able to mess with almost everyone in the Sekai Taka. He was able to get into Robbie's skin, Tori's skin, Sam's skin, Axel's skin. And then they completely wasted the villain. I'm like, bro. And you know what's so sad, guys? Since someone actually brought this up to me, and I find it so sad. Part two feels so pointless now. If you really think about it, guys, Part 2 feels pointless. You know why? Because all this time, right? You give us Quan with the whole, great antagonist, right? You gave us a great antagonist for the show, for the kids. But then it's so pointless now because Part 3 is not there anymore. Like this whole season sucks, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Now I can see why Karate doesn't like this season. Now I can understand. This season is so trash, bro. Like, it's so trash. It's so terrible. It's a terrible. It's a corn fest. That's what it is. It's terrible, 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 terrible. Like, let me remove this banner. I just realized I have to stop this banner out. But like, yeah, like it's so bad to the point where I'm like, I'm done. Like, I'm done with the show. Like, what are we doing, bro? Shouldn't think? I agree. Yeah, I agree. Shouldn't think season 5 is gonna be way millions better than that. So, yeah. I'm sorry, guys, if I went on full on rant about this. This just pisses me off because the whole reason the writers even did this, guys, is because they wanted Miguel to get the spotlight. The golden boy of the show wants to get the spotlight. They wanted to get that boy the spotlight. Like, I'm sorry, no offense, guys, but Miguel's character is not that interesting. Like, I think he's a good fighter. Like, he's definitely the best team fighter. But he's not a good character anymore. Like, I'm sorry, it's just the truth. He's not that much of a good character anymore. Like, I feel like once we finish season 3, his character just goes down the list, like, boom, like crashing down the ship, boom. Like, Robbie's character is way more interesting than Miguel's character. I feel like ever since season 3, Robbie's character just got interesting to me because, he got the whole Juvie arc, and then, in season 4, he's in Cobra Kai. And in season 5, he fixes his mistakes with Johnny, Miguel, and, and Tori, Sam. And in season 6, he's in Miyagi-Do again. He fully embraced balance again in his life. Miguel, on the other hand, has no good story. I'm sorry. Season 4, right? This dude is sidelined, right? Season 5, he has two episodes with an interesting storyline with the whole Mexico thing, right? It was interesting, but then they took that away from us, and Miguel doesn't have that much of a good character storyline. And then season 6, his character's all over the place. The YouTuber called Deadme did his. Oh yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, I do think Robbie will get his win. I just feel it's kind of stupid how it took them this long to give him the win in the spin-off. Now I know Melissa said that Robbie needs to lose at some point. I'm sorry, I strongly disagree with that because I've been through enough with Robbie losing. If Robbie loses again, I'm gonna crash out. I'm actually gonna crash out if he loses again. If I ever see him lose one more time, I'm gonna crash out. I'm sick and tired of it. Every tournament he goes, he better wins. He better wins. Now maybe there's one tournament where he has like this big antagonist. Like, imagine there's one big antagonist, right? Maybe he could lose the first tournament with that antagonist, but then the second one he beats him. I'm okay with that. But the other tournaments he enters, he better wins, bro. I'm sorry, he better wins. I'm sick and tired of him losing. We already went through this in Cobra Kai. Like, and people might say, oh, but he needs to lose for the story. So how come? Okay, I have a question for you then. How come Miguel didn't lose some of his fights in the Sekai Takai then? Tell me that right now. Go ahead, tell me how come he didn't lose some of his fights in the Sekai Takai? Yeah, you can't tell me because you're a Miguel fanboy. Or a fan. You're a Miguel fan. or Glazer. I don't know what you guys can call it, but that's what you guys can't tell me. So if Miguel can win all his fights in the Sakataka, then Robbie most definitely can win his fights in these multiple tournaments. And I even mentioned in your live how there could be multiple tournaments and different episodes in one season. Like Underground, imagine this, right? Episode 1, tournament. Episode 3, tournament. Episode 5, tournament. Episode 7, tournament. You could do it in the same season, different episodes, because they're probably going to give the spinoff a bigger budget. It doesn't have to be just the finales. You don't have to do the tournament just for the finales. Like, you can do it multiple episodes. I agree, Underground. I'm definitely upset. I think, me personally, either he wins the Sakai Takai, but obviously for the story, it kind of made sense for Miguel to win, right? I think the one tournament that was most likely for Robbie to win was the Season 4 one. I think Season 4 Robbie should have won, because what did they do with Hawk's character after he won the All Valley? That should tell you why I want him to win the Season 4 tournament. So yeah, either one of those two, you can have Robbie win. But I think Season 1 is the only one where I'm like, okay, I'm okay with Miguel winning, because it's the start of the show. And that one was fully on board with Miguel winning. But either Season 4 or Sekataka, Robbie should win. I don't mind either one of them. They trash Hawk's character. Yeah. What they did to Hawk after Season 4 is an embarrassment. I feel bad for the Hawk fans, because I know how much the Hawk fans love Hawk's character so much. And I see a lot of them get mad because they nerfed him, which is sad, because I think Hawk has a lot of potential. He could have had a lot of potential. Let's see. Let's do another tier list, guys. We'll probably end this soon. We'll do another tier list real quick. You guys can keep talking though in the comments. Say what you want. Let me find this tier list. This is a good live though. I actually like that fact I did this solo. I know at first I wanted Jake to join, but the more I thought of it, I'm actually okay with being solo today. Don't get me wrong, Hawk is one of my favorite characters. Yeah, but I'm not a fan of. Yeah, you're not a fan of how they nerfed them. Yeah, Hawk's character development from Season 1 to Season 4 is so good, bro. Especially Season 3 and Season 4. Like, his character during those seasons was so good. True. That is so true. You did get moved back. That is very true, Underground. Alright. Alright, I found the tier list. Okay. Oh, actually, wait, is part 3? It's not even part 3 of the thing. Okay, let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Let's rank these 5. This is based on Season 6 overall, okay? Hawk, fighting-wise, Hawk is B tier. I think he's a B tier, fighting wise in season 6. Miguel. This is overall season 6, so I'm putting S tier. Uh, just forget about the profile. I know it's part 2 picture, but it's overall. Quan S tier. Robbie S tier. Axel S tier. Okay, so these guys are S tier, right? So Miguel is number 1. Obviously, he won the second guy. Robbie number 2. Axel number 3. Quan number 4. These 4 are definitely top 4. Silver. Oh yeah, Silver S tier. Hold on, I'm gonna make a separate above senseis. I'm gonna make a sensei list. It's Silver Sensei. Zara A tier. I don't think she's S tier. I think she's A tier. Sam A tier. Tori A tier. I'm gonna put Sam above her, and I'm gonna put Tori. Sam is okay. Okay. Hold on. Sam is the best female team fighter. Okay, I said this many times. I know a lot of people are gonna disagree because Tori won the Sakataka. Woo, yeah. If Sam never dropped out, she would have won the whole thing. I'm gonna say that one more time. And a lot of people agree with that. I think if she never dropped out, she won the whole thing. But yeah, Kenny. I'll put Kenny in B tier. I think he's B tier. I think he's a good fighter. Kara C tier. I think Kara is C tier. Oh yeah, he did make a poll last something. Yeah, I said Sam because my reasons. Yeah, Kara. Yeah. Okay, Diego. Now, I really thought about this. The more I thought about it, I think he's better than Kenny. Now, I feel like he's better than Hawk too. I think he's B tier, top B tier. I think people underestimate this dude, bro. I'm sorry, bro. People underestimate. He was able to score 2 points on a focus Quan. You know how much good that feat is, bro. So I'm gonna put him on top of B tier. I think he's a really good fighter. I think people are underestimating Diego a lot, especially how good he is when it comes to skills. But yeah, Animal. I think he's better than Kenny, and I think he's better than Hawk. I know a lot of people might disagree with that, but I think he's better than Hawk. I think him and Diego are better than Hawk and Kenny. Me personally. Like, I really thought about it. I'm like, yeah, they're better than them. It's whatever. But yeah. Yeah, San Diego. Like, I love Hawk, but I feel like what takes away Hawk for me, because since it's overall, because, part 2 is involved with this, I feel like Hawk doesn't really have that much good feats compared to Diego and Animal. And even Kenny, too. Like, I love Kenny, but I really thought about it, guys. I feel like people are kind of overrating Kenny a little bit. He only has one good moment. That's it. He doesn't really do much. Vlad. I think Vlad is better than Kenny, but Hawk definitely beats him because we know why. We've seen that Hawk beat him in the brawl. I mean, come on, common sense, But yeah, this guy, Sensei Red Hulk, as Sensei, obviously he's gonna go in Sensei because he is Sensei. But yeah, Maria, I think she beats Kenny. Ooh, does she beat Vlad though? Oh, I gotta think about this. Hold on, I gotta think about this. Does she beat Vlad? I'm thinking about this. I guess, you know what? Yeah, she beats Vlad. Vlad is a fraud. Fodder. I think she also beats... Actually, I don't think she beats Hawk. I think Hawk can beat her. Me, personally. I mean, it could go either way. I'm gonna put her in the middle. This other girl... Yeah, she goes Sensei. I think I'll agree with that. She's, the other Red Hulk. The female Red Hulk. Oh, Sensei Wolf is going top, bro. He has aura, bro. He has aura. Yoon beats Kenny, beats Vlad. Actually, no, he doesn't beat Vlad. I remember. No, 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 he doesn't beat Vlad. Actually, I think he could beat. No, 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 no. He doesn't beat Vlad. What am I saying? He lost to Vlad in one of the tag team fights. What am I saying? No, 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 no. What am I saying, bro? I want to put Maria above Hawk, but I don't know. Hawk has. Damn, that's hard. You know what, guys? We're gonna do part two. Let's score. This is part two base. Okay, part two. Screw this. I'm playing Axel top, Robbie there, Miguel. Okay, this is gonna go on part two. We're gonna do part two. This is difficult. We're gonna do part two. Okay, there we go. Okay, part two. Okay, Diego. Okay, she goes there. Okay. There we go. We're gonna do part two because this is so hard to do overall. There you go. Part two. Okay, I changed it. Okay, that's better. Yeah, Zara's at the top. So yeah, Zara is at the top, guys. I know a lot of the Sam and Tori fans are gonna be like, ugh, but Zara is at the top in part two because we saw how she was doing in part two. I think you could take Hawk if he's focused enough. Here's the thing, Underground. The reason why I put Hawk above Yoon is because you gotta remember Underground. There's feats are involved in this, right? Hawk was able to beat Vlad, right? This guy right here in the middle. He was able to beat Vlad in the brawl, right? Yoon got scored on by Vlad in 5 seconds. That should tell you who is better between Hawk and Yoon, if you really think about it. Like, I really thought about it, Underground, and I'm like, yeah, I think Hawk is better than Yoon now. Like, yeah, so yeah. But yeah, I think this is good. Okay, Dimitri, we already know where Dimitri's going. He's going in D tier. He sucked in part two. He's terrible. Dennis, I'll put him in Sensei. I think he could beat Sensei even off. I think he could beat Sensei even off. Not in my opinion. I think he'll take on. Daniel will go right there. Kreese. Well, okay, I think Kreese could be all these guys. I think he's right there with Silver. And then Chosen could be right there. Johnny's right there. Devin did beat Kara, so I'll put her in top C. And then Sensei Kim, she could be. I think she could be her. I don't think she could be even off though. That might be a hot take. I don't think she could beat him. I do think she beats the girl though, because obviously we saw she beats the girl on the ball. But maybe she could be. I don't know. I'll put her right there for now. What do you think? I don't know, man. I'm kind of confused in Sensei Kim. Can she beat the guy? I don't know. Honestly, maybe she can beat the guy. I don't know. I'm kind of like confused on that one. Damn, I gotta think about that actually. Can she beat him? Oh. Honestly, at this point, I'll put her right there for now. But yeah, she's a dirty fighter. Low-key, I think she could be even off. That might be a hot take. I don't think she could beat Dennis though. I don't actually. You know what? Maybe she can be Dennis. I think she could be Dennis. I actually do think she could be Dennis. Actually, that might be a hot take, but I don't care. I think she could be Dennis, but I do think she's below Kreese though, because you know. There you go. I think that's perfect. I think that's a perfect list. I think I got everyone right. I think, yeah. So you got Axel, Robbie, Quan, Miguel, Zara, Sam, Tori. Hold on. I gotta move someone. I just realized. I gotta move Diego top of A tier. I think Diego is better than Zara in part 2. That might be a hot take, but I don't care. Yeah, I agree. I think Diego can beat Zara, Sam, and Tori. That might be a hot take. And this is based on part 2, by the way. I think Diego's top 5. But I think the rest of the list is perfect, though. I'm gonna see if I'm missing anyone. And yeah, I put Quan above Miguel. I know a lot of people don't like that, but that's just my opinion. Did you say anything on that? Yeah, it looks fair. Yeah, yeah, I do think Quan is better than Miguel in this part, based on his feats. I know a lot of people disagree, but you guys gotta look at the feats. You know, it's always about the feats. But yeah, and then yeah, Zara. Obviously, Zara is the best female fighter in part 2. I mean, you already know this. And then Sam is better than Tori in this part. And then Animal, Maria, Hawk, Vlad, Yoon, Kenny, and yeah, I think Yoon. I definitely think Yoon beats Kenny though. I definitely can agree with that. And then Devin and Karan and Dimitri. But yeah, that was a good list. That was a good list. Is there anything you want to say underground? Like, you got anything else to say underground in the chat? Yeah, you can. I'll end this soon, anyways. But I want to know if you got anything else to say. What did you say? Not if Ken uses the stuff. I mean, to be fair, underground. Let's not forget the underground. Silver was taught by this. Silver got. You know how? Remember in season 5 underground when Silver mentioned how Master Kim taught him the silver bullet. Yoon probably can counter Kenny's silver bullet. I think Yoon can counter it. So I mean he will try to use it, but I feel like Yoon can counter it. So yeah. Good thing I avoided the final trailer because I mean that is fair. I think he can counter. Yeah. So yeah. All right, you guys got anything else to say? Well, I guess we'll keep a little bit going. I don't know if you guys got anything else to say, but yeah. W stream, yes, W stream. It's crazy how this is one of the only solo streams where it's actually a good stream. You know, usually whenever I go solo, it's not that good a stream. But this is like one of the only ones I'm like, yeah, this is W stream. Um, but yeah, guys, tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the day we watch Stranger Things again. I know it's crazy because it's been 3 years since we've seen the last season of the show, and now we're finally here, guys. Tomorrow, it's gonna be a fun time. You know, yeah, great stream. Let me see. How do I see? Are you a fan of? I mean, I used to listen to songs, but I haven't really listened to them much anymore. If I'm being honest. Oh god, Jake said he's gonna rewatch this live. I hope he doesn't, because there's one part in the live where I was just messing with Jake. Oh, it's Thunderman. I hope he doesn't watch that one part. I gotta find that one part real quick. In the live. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end this live here. This is a great live. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoy sharing things to you live tomorrow because yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. Me, Jake, Underground, we're all gonna enjoy it. We're gonna enjoy the final ride tomorrow. And yeah, Shimmy. Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good song. Um, yeah, guys. I hope you guys enjoy. And before I do end it, where is it? Where is it? It's a W stream, guys. Well, oh no, not blue, not blue. Where is it? And also, Jake loves Thunderman. Jake loves Thunderman. He thinks peak cinema. Jake loves Thunderman 2, or no, Jake wants Thunderman 2, and he thinks it's gonna be peak cinema. Jake loves Lonnie's character. Jake's least favorite character is Holly Wheeler. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.